YouTube? How are you? It's good to hear. Today I want to talk about a left field hip hop album I picked up a while ago. It's by Boom Bip and Doseone. The name of the album is either close bracket, open bracket, or circle. If you write the word circle, you could do a search for it a lot better. I found out today. 2000 Mush Records. It was also released in 2002 on the Leaf recordings, but I have the 2000 Mush version here. It also goes as far as to call itself, if you read the bottom line, it says American-made avant hip-hop, so I don't really know how I feel about that. I don't know how about labeling your own music avant hip-hop and stuff. I didn't know artists were into that whole kind of naming your music avant-garde stuff. I don't know, who cares, but yeah, very much so a very experimental, very left field avant hip-hop album anyway, but it's a self-aware one perhaps, I don't know, but Boom Bip is the guy. His real name is Brian Holland. He's the beat maker here. He makes very ambient kind of experimental beats in the vein of Odd Nosdams and like introducing era DJ Shadow. Very ethereal, very dreamlike. It's very much so it carries and ties the album together. It's probably the most enjoyable aspect of it. And then there's Doseones, real name Adam Drucker. He's the co-founder of Anticon Records. He's also in a band called cLOUDDEAD, which sounds kind of similar to this, but in cLOUDDEAD, Odd Nosdams is the DJ. He'll do this rapid fire stream of consciousness, loose association raps and stuff too, like very much so like free verse poetry, kind of like cerebral, borderline on nonsense. He admits to making it up as he goes along on this album too, which is another point where I didn't know how it feels. So that was kind of two strikes against it. He's calling himself avant hip hop and then admitting he's making it up as he goes along, but he has all these kind of like I said, like free association things, makes this kind of like, you know, dreamlike, like trying to describe what a dream's going by as it's like slowly forgetting what it's about. But like I said, Boom Bip's beats are really what makes the album worthwhile. He'll incorporate, you know, all kinds of jazzy elements and like old 60s samples and stuff like that, but there's also kind of like birds chirping and the sounds of kids playing in a playground and like bongos and some live drums on here, some you know, harmonicas, whistling, like there's everything. Like he throws everything in the kitchen sink in this album to make the beats on here, but it all comes out very kind of ambient, experimental, ethereal, dreamlike sounding like that. It's very cool. I really enjoyed that aspect of the album. But yeah, Doseone has a very, very wordy flow. It's like it doesn't always rhyme, doesn't always have like a proper construction. I'll just show you the insides because it's mostly just his lyrics, and there's tons of the lyrics here. Lots of themes of fire and dreams and ice cream trucks and this bird catcher character, sorry. But yeah, tons and tons of lyrics here. I'll read you some of it because it's very, very kind of abstract stream of consciousness stuff. Let's start here. Packed and shelved incoherently, he's been wearing more face paint than humanly possible, and he's enrolled in love in university. He dropped out of self-indulgent sponge school, and I think what's going on here is he's questioning his divine bedness. I can't get lost, I don't know where I am. There is no such thing as fantastical, but there is an imagination. There are no blueprints for it, but he does have enough monies to buy water to sip, and well, it's become painfully obvious catching birds may not be his visage of Jesus in the misshapen summer squash. But the first thing that popped into his misshapen summer head, I can't get lost now, I don't know where I am. There's also something funny about going in the vagina. Crawl back into the vagina, invent the airplane, crawl into the vagina, invent the windmill. Look, I'm overreacting again. Whoa ho now, I'm coming at ya, cha-saunter. I'm changing my life at the flick of a wrist. So magic words, catharsis, aqualong, presto. Pretty weird, I don't know. But here, like I said, he'll do this like rapid fire kind of rap, and then like whispered spoken word kind of stuff too. Lots of sporadic changes in words play and like loose conceptual movements and stuff like that. There's also some like old school mocking of old school rap. But yeah, it takes a lot to digest this. It kind of made me tired the first time I listened to this because it's just so wordy. This album is 70 minutes long, so that's an hour and 10 minutes, and it's divided into 29 tracks. So there's some very short snippets, some long ones, a couple instrumental tracks are probably more enjoyable, but Yeah, all kinds of weird sound effects and going on in here too. Very trippy. I could see like fans of Mr. Bungle also enjoying this because it's, you know, that same kind of like avant-garde experimental feel where like anything goes in the kitchen sink. Very weird, kind of daunting, but yeah, this weird, perplexing, cerebral shit. Very experimental. It sounds very much so like his cLOUDDEAD side project that Doesones in. But yeah, I don't know if it's trying to be inaccessible or like overly pretentious on purpose though, because it calls itself avant-garde hip-hop, but who knows what's going on here. Pretty weird stuff. If you're into that whole kind of left field, experimental, cerebral rap and stuff, if you're an Anticon fan, you could probably get into this. Yeah, I don't know what else to say. Boom Bip, Dose 1, Circle, Mush Records 2000.